Stonor Challenge Trophy. And effectively, it's Germany against Canada.
Go!
Wibberenz and Gutfleisch. You can see in the German boat the blue, white and green on the Berkshire station, just watching their steering as they come out towards the middle of the water and then promptly return. Bolinger and Brien of Canada. We're down at this early stage, but not by much.
Yeah, it looked like a cracking little start from the German crew on the far side in the yellow Endpacker boat. And yeah, yeah, it really looked like they had that extra little bit of life in the boat there and really took out the blocks well.
Well, let's head down the water. We've seen the Germans get out smarter at the start. Now we're live down the course. Coming out the gloom, you can just about make out Temple Island. It's not as gloomy as it was an hour ago, which is encouraging for the rest of the day. But the Germans, first pass the camera, leading the way. Wibberenz, who won a bronze medal in the women's double in Varese at the World Cup earlier on in this summer, in the season.
And they're really off, aren't they? Really stretching the lead out on the Canadian boat there. Again, another a crew that was toying with being lightweight to some extent, but not in a position to qualify. So this is an event for them to really kind of send off the season and kind of celebrate all the amazing training they put into this boat and really trying to get a result here. And it looks good, you know, looking on the right-hand side of the picture there. Lots of life in it, really tapping it along, skimming over the water beautifully.
Yeah, they're another near miss, aren't they? Very much part of the German Olympic squad, but not front line at the moment. Henley will be their biggest deal, you suspect, this summer. And doing really well. We look in the Canada boat and the Buck station, but this is the Germans you can see moving very effectively.
Yeah, really nice flow around the back there. So nice, really good lengthy drive, but then it's actually recoiling very nicely and just keeping the life in the boat, picking up the next stroke. And it's not trying to make each stroke feel too hard and heavy. And this is what this looks like. It actually, you know, it's lovely when you see boats like this. It's sort of, you can imagine yourself in there, and it's like, oh, that doesn't look like too much hard work. But obviously, actually, we all know that they're really burying the watts into those handles and the foot stretcher to propel that boat along.
Well, when we were talking 24 hours ago, Adam, it did look hard work for everybody because of the wind and the conditions were so different. It looked really challenging. We had a tailwind for a bit, but crosswind, we had a bit of everything yesterday, and that looked far more challenging. It changes it up today, doesn't it? It's a pretty different set of circumstances these athletes find themselves in today.
Totally. I mean, outdoor sport, all that sort of stuff, you have to roll with the conditions, as people say. But it's this week has really been kind of throwing a lot at people. You know, we've had a bit of warmth, a bit of heat, a bit of winds. You know, the water will liven up as we go to the weekend with a few more boats on the water and the bounce. But yes, today a bit more benign with the wind, which is lovely. Just means you're able to control your oars a little bit easier. And we can see the water's not too lively as well, which is nice. So the boats can just cut through without being bounced around too much by the popple or the waves from boats as they go past.
It still looks dank and murky out there.
Oh, but these are, to be honest, racing in these conditions are lovely. You know, you sort of
feel fresh.
You do feel fresh. You feel quite. You know, it's that kind of slightly electric atmosphere that you quite like it when it's like this. It really is just about how hard you can push yourself and how fast you can go. There's nothing to really get in the way of that today.
What about gripping the handle? Is there a danger it becomes slippery?
Yeah, I think if it was chucking it down with rain, there's always the risk of that, and then people have lots of interesting techniques to cope with that, whether they sort of hairspray or surf wax or various different kind of like roughness or textures to the grip.
Hairspray?
Yeah, I mean, you know, it also doubles up for doing your hair on the start line, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, people try all sorts. I mean, some of the guys I used to row with used to use tennis grips and all that sort of stuff, so just to try and increase the sort of tackiness or the ability to stay in the handle, yeah. But I don't think there'll be too much of that problem today. You know, it's not chucking it down, it's just a little bit damp in the air.
Yeah, you could do some headlights, but
yeah. Yeah, the visibility is quite poor. We probably can see down to what the end of the enclosures at the moment, can't we? We can see those paddle boarders that were just down by down towards Remnant, can't we? But then it starts. You can't see the island, that's for sure, which is a rarity here.
Emerging from the gloom, and in lead at the moment on the Berkshire station, it's the German double who have put in a really good first mile and have got this race under control. Wibberenz and Gutfleisch of Germany in the blue, white and green, heading for the finish line now. On they go. The end for Bolinger and Brien of Canada. Last few strokes.
Really good. I mean, they're, again, very consistent pacing here from this German double. Still zipping it along nicely.
So missed out on Olympic qualification, maybe, but looking good for Henley. Into the weekend they go. Wibberenz and Gutfleisch of Germany through in the Stonor Challenge Trophy.